Boys, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I gained 28 pounds of lean muscle in roughly a year, all naturally, no steroids, with my bulking guide. And also at the end of this video, I'm going to show you the secret ingredient you need to add on muscle. You can do all the other tips in this video, but without the secret ingredient at the end, you're going to struggle to put on mass quickly. But let's get into it. Why do you need to bulk anyway? Bulking takes you from a boy to a man in terms of your looks. So if you look at the way that I look as a guy, this was me here at 70 kg, and now I'm roughly weighing in around 83 kg, so a 13 kilo gain, which is about 28 pounds of muscle. As you can see here, like, I'm still lean. This hasn't come on with a lot of water weight. There probably is some, but it's not a lot of water weight and fat. If you actually look at the difference in my face, how I look as a guy now compared to then, I think the reason you need to bulk is because it just makes you look so much better as a man. It makes you look more masculine. It just makes you look more imposing when you have a t-shirt on, when you're wearing clothes. Like, it's all well and good being this lean guy. Like, I was always fairly lean, had a six-pack, but it doesn't get you the same attention from guys or girls, the same respect, as it does when you start to pack on real mass. So that's why you need to add this bulk, boys. And I'm going to show you exactly how I added it. Let's start with the nutrition. So here's some tips that you use to bulk quickly when you're a skinny guy. I was naturally fairly small, fairly skinny. So first you need to figure out how much should you eat, and that is basal metabolic rate. Type in base metabolic rate calculator on Google. You will be able to figure out your base metabolic rate. Then you need to figure out how many calories does your body burn during exercise, and you add that. That's going to give you your total amount of calories you burn in a day. This is how much calories you need to eat to just stay the same weight. So what you then need to do is add 500 calories onto that number, and you've got a decent place to start your bulk from. First tip, cut out caffeine. It suppresses appetite. The reason most skinny guys can't bulk is because of your appetite. You sit down to eat and you're like, fuck, I can't eat all this. It ends up going in the bin, and you're not eating regularly enough. Now, if you're having stimulants, energy drinks or caffeine, cut them out because they're appetite suppressants. They're good when you're trying to lose weight, not when you're trying to gain weight. Also, you've got to have your protein in there, boys. It's your building blocks, it's your base. You need it to put this muscle on. So 1 gram per pound of body weight. So if you're 178 pounds, you need 178 grams of protein every single day. If you're skinny, eat as much as you can, even if it's dirty foods. Like, for a skinny guy, it is going to be hard for you to get those 5,000 calories in that you need to bulk if you're just eating chicken, rice and broccoli. So don't be afraid to have some nice burgers. Don't be afraid to have some pizza with chicken on it. Don't be afraid of those sorts of foods. Try and stay away from the really toxic stuff, the McDonald's, the KFC, Burger King. Stay natural ingredients. But you've got to have some dirty stuff in there, boys, because getting that amount of calories in for you is going to be tough if you eat chicken, rice and broccoli. If you're a bigger guy, if you're already holding some fat, if you find it easier to put on weight, you should focus more on increasing your strength in the gym, more on the training side of this video, and you should actually eat cleaner. You should stick to the chicken, rice, broccoli, stay in a slight surplus, just so that your body can use some of that extra fat up to turn it into muscle. When you're bulking, boys, you want to stick around 12 to 15% body fat range. When you start to come up over 15%, the body isn't as receptive, it's not as anabolic, your testosterone drops, and it stops you from adding as much muscle. If you're currently like 20% body fat, I'd recommend a small cut. It's called a recomp phase, and then you'll get to that point where you're ready for a bulk, and you just monitor that, make sure you're adding mass, not fat. Another tip for the skinny boys out there, eat quickly, because your body will know when it starts to get full up. So if you take ages playing on your phone, going on the internet, watching TV, reading books, whatever, whilst you're eating, it might take you half an hour to eat a meal. Your body's already going to know it's full, so it's going to stop you from eating. You've got to look at it like a race when you're bulking. You've got to wolf that stuff down, just finished. 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Anyone who's ever sat and ate with me knows that I eat incredibly quickly. It's because if I wait, I'm not full enough. I could eat a couple bites, wait 10 minutes, I'm no longer hungry. If I get everything down in 5 minutes, it can get a lot more calories into the belly, all right? Here's a few meals that you can use that I use to bulk. I bulk at about 4,000 calories a day. Me, I'm 5'11", I was 70 kgs, and 4,000 calories a day took me up to 83 kilos without adding really any fat on the side. So it seemed to be ideal for me. You might have to play around with the numbers just see how you're gaining. It's the interesting thing about dark chocolate that you might not know. Dark chocolate, there's something called myostatins, and they stop the body from putting on muscle that it can't contain. It's why we don't continuously grow. It's why you reach a ceiling where your body naturally slows down your muscle production. And dark chocolate actually has a myostatin inhibitor, so it stops you from producing the hormone that stops you gaining muscle. If you're training naturally, if you're not enhanced, you're not taking testosterone, you're not taking steroids, you need to avoid the bro split. Reason why: your body's not as capable of repairing itself every single day if you're training daily. The way to go is progressive overload on a simple full body program. So you want to focus on your compound lifts, your squats, your deadlifts, flat bench, and your rowing movements. These are going to help you pack on huge mass. Just train 3 times per week, because what happens at this point, you stimulate all the muscles in the body 3 times per week. So it gets 3 times the time to grow. So it's much better as a natural athlete to do the full body 3 times a week. If you want my full body program that I used and how I boosted my testosterone to gain this mass, my meal plan, access to the community, go and hit the link in the description. It's all in my course. It's all in the Triple Your Testosterone course, which is linked below. So you can go and hit that, check it out. You can ask me questions, anything like that if you are trying to do a bulk. For your big compound movements, your squats, your deadlifts, the rest time should be between 3 and 5 minutes. And your smaller hypertrophy movements, your curls, your extensions, you're looking at like 1 minute's rest. Alright, Jack, what about the subs? Well, this is exactly what I took. BCAAs in the workout. So when I was sipping my water in the workouts that I was doing, my full body, I would be taking my BCAAs, 5 grams. I'll be taking that, was it 5 grams? I don't know, take the recommended dose. I was taking that in my workouts, and then on my days off, I was just drinking BCAAs like when I felt like it with my water. 5 grams daily of creatine, vitamin D, 10,000 IUs, and pre-made protein shakes. I would avoid the mass gainers. There's some marketed mass gainer shakes. Whenever I had these, I lost weight. Reason being, I just had horrific diarrhea. I could not keep this stuff in my stomach. It just seemed toxic. I only tried a few of them, so maybe I got bad ones. But I would avoid the mass gainer shakes. Use a normal, like a clean whey protein, and then add in your own stuff, like your own peanut butter, your own avocado, your own dark chocolate, to add those extra calories in. I wouldn't buy one of these. I think it does mess you up. It gives you a lot of spots as well. Okay, so the secret ingredient. What do you need to pull this all together? You can be doing all of the above. You can be doing the training, the nutrition, you can be getting the supplements in, but if you're not sleeping enough and you don't have the testosterone levels to be anabolic in your body, you're not going to gain the mass that you need to get big. So, I'd recommend you sleep 8 hours a night, every single night. Eat your pistachios before bed. They will help you get to sleep because they have melatonin in them, which helps you sleep. I recommend you get your blood work done. Life in the gym is going to be very, very different if you manage to boost your testosterone. Mine, for example, is a 946 after I boosted my testosterone. The way this makes you feel about the gym is very different. Before, when my testosterone was low, I would drag myself to the gym and I would get tired in my workouts. When you have high testosterone, all you want to do is go to the gym. You have this extra fire in you. You have tiger blood. You have like, it's just like ready to go. And then you gain energy through the workouts. So it makes a really big difference. So get your blood work done. And then what you want to do is make sure you start working on your sleep, cut out the alcohol, make sure you're getting your vitamin D in, get your cod liver oil in, your butter oil. These all help boost testosterone. Make sure you're eating eggs before bed, your pistachios, your healthy fats. That's going to help increase your testosterone, going to help you add that extra muscle. And you boys are going to be huge fucking gorillas, swinging from trees, knocking over the Empire State Building like King Kong. Get fucking huge, get the attention, the women that you want, and your life will be amazing. So there you go, boys. See you on the next one. Whoop-a, 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 whoop-a. Ah, whoop-a!